From tensions in Minnesota, Greenland, and Iran to new healthcare plans, a major Supreme Court case, and the newly formed Board of Peace, the Trump administration has tackled a wide range of topics. NTD's Daniel Monaghan has your White House week in review.
There was another ICE-involved shooting in Minneapolis. The White House says the agent chased an illegal Venezuelan immigrant by car and then on foot when the incident occurred.
3 more of his comrades came rushing out of a house and started ambushing and attacking the ICE agent. They used a shovel or a broom to smash his face in. And so, yes, that agent had to use self-defense and take up his weapon to protect his own life.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem sent hundreds of more agents to Minnesota this week, while Governor Tim Walz continued to criticize the deployment of federal agents.
If you see these ICE agents in your neighborhood, take out that phone and hit record. Help us create a database of the atrocities against Minnesotans.
FBI and ICE vehicles were broken into and destroyed in Minneapolis. President Trump threatened to invoke the Insurrection Act over the lawlessness. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says investigators have uncovered schemes far larger than expected in Minnesota, speaking on Blaze TV.
How the hell did this happen? How did it happen? Like, President Trump is outraged, I'm outraged, the American people should be outraged.
Meanwhile, independent journalist Nick Shirley released another video from Minnesota showing alleged fraud in transport companies. The Supreme Court heard 2 major cases about men playing in women's sports. Attorneys representing trans-identifying athletes refused to define what sex means in reference to Title IX.
I think, frankly, it was quite alarming to not only hear a couple of justices gravel over that basic, fundamental biological fact that men and women are different but inherently equal, but we are certainly different.
President Trump signed a bill this week that allows schools to serve whole milk again, alongside fat-free and low-fat versions. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. released this video captioned, "When you take that first sip of whole milk." The crisis in Iran continued with thousands of deaths reported. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent had a message for the regime.
U.S. Treasury knows that like rats on a sinking ship, you are frantically wiring funds stolen from Iranian families to banks and financial institutions around the world.
President Trump announced his administration's new health care plan.
We're calling it the Great Health Care Plan. Instead of putting the needs of big corporations and special interests first, our plan finally puts you first and puts more money in your pocket.
Greenland was in the headlines as President Trump has continued to emphasize its need for U.S. security.
I'd love to make a deal with them. It's easier. But one way or the other, we're going to have Greenland.
The Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers presented President Trump with rings, a stick, and a 47 jersey at the White House.
The 2 cups was pretty good, but that walk with you might have trumped it all there. That was pretty amazing. I know I said it last year, but I mean, nothing beats this. I'm so proud to be an American and so proud to be here with you and everybody else.
Venezuela opposition leader Maria Corina Machado gave President Trump her Nobel Peace Prize medal at a White House meeting on Thursday. Trump called Machado a wonderful woman who has been through so much. And to wrap up, President Trump announced the Board of Peace to oversee Gaza has been formed. The board will be chaired by Trump and oversee a Palestinian technocratic committee tasked with governing the Gaza Strip. Daniel Monaghan, NTD News.